audio is super loud for some reason. Anthony, welcome. Let us know how we sound. Mariah, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? This is Mars, Miss Wackadoo. She is going to be experiencing John Bolino today.
Yes, hello. My name is Mariah.
Let's know how that sounds. I'd set her up on a wireless mic, but goodness gracious, it is so loud.
Echo?
Hello, hello, echo? Yeah, great. I hate Mac OS. I've said it enough. We'll keep saying it. Mac sucks. Yeah, crazy echo. I don't know. Maybe it's doing onboard camera audio and not doing. Yeah, I'm echoing because her mic is picking it up. See, if I turn her all the way down, it should stop now. But it's. Hold on, I'm going to turn this down, and we're going to learn something real quick. So. Oh, that's just what it is. Okay, Mariah, go ahead and say something real quick.
Hello.
So quiet. What the heck? I've never experienced that before. It is so incredibly quiet for her, but super loud for me. Just can't win.
I won't have that much to say. Anyways.
Well, then why are we doing this? Way better, but well, yeah, it's because I had to turn her all the way down. I have to turn her down, and then she can't hear it. You can't hear her really. Man, what a mess. Hold on, let me hide this. All right. Anyway, thanks for coming through. We got Anthony, SSJ, David, Will Shred. Appreciate y'all. I might just turn down my mic and crank up hers. I don't know, because you're definitely going to catch that from me. I think if we just move this stuff there, it'll help it out. And then we face it away. Maybe that will help. We're going to find out. All right, we're learning together. Anyway. Appreciate it way better. So let me just get right over to the screen then, and we'll go over to some John Bolino, and we'll see how it ends up being. I can see that it's echoing, so I'm sorry. I've never had that before. That mic's usually pretty reliable. Anyway, so we're going to start off with the new John Bolino section from Bong Leech. I actually think Bong Leech is a great name. It took me forever to realize that it was a play on Long Beach.
It's a good one. I like it too.
Me too.
I think it's funny.
All right, Johnny, don't copyright strike the stream, please. What music's even in here? I love how they start off with this. He's just jamming on the street. Oh, you're good now. Snaps. So Mariah quad skates. Do you think you could jump? Just try to imagine jumping onto a wall.
I can barely jump normally as it is right now.
John is a Bong Leech in Long Beach. Absolutely. Man. Those white mesmers. Those are the mesmers that I want. I didn't think I'd like white skates as much as I do, but especially after getting the factions, of course, I like them even more. My man's got spins for days. Yeah, so... Oh, man. Doing a grind and then coming out of that grind and dropping down into another grind.
I can even imagine getting up on that.
So what makes John Bolino your favorite skater, you think?
I just like his style. I think a big part, but also the stuff that he created with Mesmer is just, part of his style, but it's awesome.
Absolutely.
I love the stuff that he's created and has come out with. It's up my alley, and I like it. And so I think that's why I'm more biased towards him. But don't know. He's also just really fucking good.
Oh yeah, he's insanely good.
And I think he was one of the first skaters or bladers that I actually saw one of his videos, and so I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, John Bolino is one of the first that I experienced as well, just because when I was looking for new skates, I was looking for just like the coolest looking skate, because I didn't know anything about new skates, and the Brain Dead, I was telling Mariah, because I was like, I want to get one that's affordable. I don't want to spend more than like $200 some on new skates. That's just ridiculous to me, which I realize now how naive that was, but I got the M12 Citrus Low, and I love the color scheme. I just do not like the boot. I cannot stand the M12. But I remember, like, right when the Brain Dead Them collab came out is when I started, or like right after I got my M12 Citrus Low, and I showed that to Mariah. And then we watched the Future Shred Technology video by Brain Dead and Them introducing that boot. And you got to see some Broskow and John Bolino in there, and you're just like, holy crap, man. What are these dudes up to? Yeah, and he's in a band. We like rock. Mariah's, one of her favorite bands is Black Veil Brides. This is the vibe.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Music in general is just always a win. It's a plus.
Show them the skate. We got the skate with us. You grab it, please. I took the sole plate off because I was dumb, and I was like, I'm going to make this an urban skate. But check it out. We got his SSM skate here. I'm going to do a review on this. But Ben told me it's the Cult shell, just skinned. I believe it's toe cut. It does not, yeah, no, it's definitely toe cut. The guy who owned this, I believe, toe cut it and got a bigger size skin or something like that. I forget what he told me. Anyway. This skate's pretty cool. I actually really like this. I just hate the sole plate. I'm going to keep this right here for entertainment purposes. All right, now we're on to Mesmer. This is like probably one of the first things Mars saw from John, honestly. You saw the Future Shred. It's crazy, though, because you can see all these sections a million times and still feel like you've never seen them.
Yes. Especially with my memory. Feels like first time.
I remember when they first came out, you really liked the designs on those sole plates, right? Like
I did, yeah. It's like, what are those? I like that.
Yeah, we like the grunge style stuff. It appeals to us, and Mesmer definitely fits, like, in my opinion, like the old head style grunge skater feeling, but without the hatred and the edge part.
Yeah, I like Mesmer. I ordered a shirt for Josiah a couple months ago, I think, for Christmas. And there was a hole when it arrived, and so I just emailed them just to say, hey, you know, is there anything that we can do? If not, that's okay. I'm sure he's still gonna like it. But I got a response immediately, and they sent me not one but 2 shirts. So it was really sweet, really good customer service. I like that brand a lot.
Yeah,
and I think it was Billy O'Neill who actually emailed me. I told Josiah, and he's like, wait, Billy?
Yeah, no, didn't it say like William O'Neill or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so Billy is just on top of that customer service, and he replied right back to Mariah and got us new shirts. Man. Fence gaps. Would you guys airing over fences? I don't know about that. Mars, how do you think you would mentally prepare to jump over something and fall 6 to 8 feet before landing? How do you think you'd begin to prepare yourself for that?
I don't know if there is a way to prepare for that. You just kind of have to go for it. But, I mean, I guess if you fall, you just kind of, you have to feel it in that moment. I don't know. I can't really prepare for a fall. When it happens, it happens. And I either figure it out or I don't.
Yeah, no, for sure. I only do tricks if I feel them.
Yeah. The only thing I've ever really done is gone gone down ramps and stuff and done spins.
You've done some real good spins, though. She's done a 1080, a flat spin, just spinning on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, because quads, but bend your knees. Business Billy. Oh, it's not highlighting the comments. Why is this freaking, why is it like this? Let me fix this. Man, macOS absolutely hates streaming. I do not get it, but macOS hates a lot of things, and everybody who supports Mac is just kind of okay with it for some reason. It does everything poorly. I'm sorry, but I hate it. Let me see. Is this gonna work now? Yay! I fixed it. I would love to see a Mesmer concert. Is that a thing? What's their band called? I would love to see their band play. Billy O'Neill and John Bolino. The Billy Bolinos. Billy O. Bolino. Billo Bolino. That's what the band's called, I'm sure. Jeez, man. He's just jumping all over everything. Big speenies. Jeez, okay, hold on. Wall ride and lands in a grind at like waist height. I'm with you. I only do tricks if I'm feeling it. I never try and force anything. Just because you did it yesterday doesn't mean you'll ace it today. Ain't that true. I broke my ankle doing the top sole, so absolutely. Top sole is like, it goes sole, top sole for like tricks that I'm most comfortable with. And the second one got me. Hey, you and Rich just ran into, I didn't highlight it. Highlight the comment. Oh, you jerk. Oh, there it goes. Just ran into Rob Scallon, dude. What? That's dope. Get a picture? Picture, it didn't happen. How'd that go, guys? Did you guys end up meeting up today, Dustin? Oh, that's scary, man. What did you just get caught on? You gonna jump upstairs?
No. I'm not brave enough for that.
SSJ, all I know is send it or don't. No in between. You absolutely correct. Oh yeah, my man, shovel it in there. He's like, why are you filming this?
I'm eating, dude.
B-roll, B-roll, B-roll.
I remember seeing this video.
Yeah. Yeah, I played this I feel not too long ago. I've seen this spot hit by so many people.
Oh my
Nigel Houston. Oh yeah, my man's good. He's fine. He's got enough brain damage as it is. I'm just kidding. Wear a helmet though. It's like, oh, thank God I didn't destroy I didn't shatter my skull. What?
I said and wrist guards.
Wrist guards, man. Yeah, I don't get how
Those are the thing that saves me the most, 100%.
Absolutely. Will Shred, what object were you skating when you broke your ankle? Sorry if you already told the story a bunch. Yeah, I'm sick of talking about it. It makes me angry. No, I was transferring from bank onto quarter pipe coping, and I had done it a bunch of times, but my goal was to blast the whole quarter pipe, and then the quarter pipe rounds out to a wooden wall. I wanted to follow the coping all the way to the wooden wall. Well, I got halfway through the quarter pipe, my H-block foot came off, and I could either do one of three things: bail past the wood wall to grass, jump from the quarter pipe about 5.5-ish, yeah, 5 feet, down to flat concrete, or try and stop myself. And I made the poor decision of trying to stop myself, which was the worst decision because you just couldn't. I was going too fast, and I was on anti-rocker, so I wasn't going to be able to slow down with the two wheels power stopping. I couldn't swerve to stop because I was too close to the edge. So I blasted off to try to go to flat, and I landed fine. But as I'm starting to roll away, I'm absorbing the impact. I'm, they're compressing like a spring, so I'm absorbing all of that. As I'm going down, and I transfer my, basically my momentum from my shoulders to my hips to my knees. Right when I go from my knees to my ankles, my left ankle got caught on the wooden wall, like my front wheel got caught, and it twisted away from my body, and then quick snap backwards, and I tore a ligament on the inside of my ankle, and I fractured my fibular bone at the bottom. So I had to put 6 screws in a plate on the fibular bone to let the muscles have something to heal against so it doesn't mess with my bone structure. It's a whole thing. So, you know? That's why I'm saying, if you're going to, like SSJ say here, is like you either send it or you don't. You know? And it's like, if you're not in the mindset to send something, if it's new, if you haven't done it, you need to be in the mindset to send it. Because otherwise it's like, you know, you like I did. Anyway, whole tangent. Maybe a front side to scare myself. Dude, I love these low curve grinds. Wouldn't it be fun to go grind some of these like tree things in downtown stuff? The ones that always popped up in your face.
Would be interesting. Yeah.
Mariah's gonna be in the next Lazo.
No.
Yeah, no, she doesn't want to sell boots. Oh man, the camera's real dark, it's the sun's setting. Bright. Look at how low he gets and how much balance he has over that ankle. See, Mariah can do all that stuff, and I bet you as long as you learn to get on the rail, you definitely could do this stuff. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, but getting on the rail. Oy.
Yeah, but you can, yeah, I get it. It's daunting at first, but once you step onto your first rail and really get a balanced slide, you're like, okay, wait a minute.
I just don't know if I'd want to do quads at that point.
Well, yeah,
I feel like
do
it
blading.
seems, yeah.
Yeah, blading is much safer, in my opinion, although I just broke my ankle doing it.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
What's going on here, bro? What video is this? Ugh, this mouse sucks. Screw you, Apple. My God. Here he goes. Jeez.
Man can jump high, my goodness.
Yeah, he had to jump far for that one. Goodness gracious. Alright, hold on. I need details on this video. Where? Pariah. When was Pariah? 2012. This is when it released, at least. Oh, this is Vibrolux, so yeah, 2012 is when this came out.
Baby boy. Come here.
Ooh, okay. Spinning away from the obstacle, he 360s and he does a little wall ride in the spin. That's a 540, who am I kidding? What am I talking about? Oh, I highlighted this and didn't even talk about it. Dang, those ankle twists do so much damage, almost more than the straight impacts. I mean, in my experience, absolutely. I've never had a straight impact injury that put me down as long as a twist did. I've twisted my right ankle once, skateboarding. That was right before I got into blading. And then just now, twisted my ankle again, blading. I had people immediately, I think like 3 people within an hour of each other reach out to me and be like, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't in the factions. And I was like, I don't think that's true. People are like, don't get me wrong, I use stand in the most beloved way I can, but stand for John Julio. It's amazing. I love it. The Then Skate's amazing. I honestly don't put it that much lower than the faction. I just love the way the faction feels for the type of skating I'm doing right now. But, jeez, wait a minute. Okay, good. They're playing that back. Do you see that?
That's crazy. He's like, yeah, fuck that.
I don't ever want to do that again. Oops. The hissing. Oops. I'm all sorts of messed up. How's the audio been? Can you hear Mariah and like it's the echo isn't bad, or is there still some echo? Ugh, that is so cool. My man is like the way that he can use his feet to essentially just like float across the ground as his body flies. He just like glides. Look at that. That's what
I'm gonna be doing. You wanna do that with me?
I'll watch you.
So what do you think of the Mesmer skate? Like, you've seen a bunch of skates. Where do you think the Mesmer skate is one of your more favorite looking skates, or least looking favorite skates? Still some echo? Yeah. Shoot. I just gotta hook her up a better microphone.
I definitely like the Mesmer. I don't know. I like the new bass. What is it? Bass?
Yeah, the base them.
Them. That is amazing. That is a really pretty boot.
What do you like about it?
I like the design, just like the colors and all of that, like the shapes and stuff that they, I don't know, it's just such a different looking boot instead of just the solid colors, which, don't get me wrong, solid colors are nice, but it's just, it's nice, it's different, it's just, it's fun, it's different than anything out there, and it calls to me, except it's very expensive.
Well, there you just heard it. It calls to her, but it's very expensive. I think that's kind of the general consensus, funnily enough. Funnily.
Funnily?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I do like it. They did a great job creating that boot.
It's definitely probably one of the most coveted liners right now, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. For a good reason.
Oh, that rail is ridiculous. What a strange rail in the middle of nowhere almost. Just in the sense that it's just lost in rocks. Okay, yeah, break some stuff. Jeez, man. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to. I think it's the light that's slowly dying. I'm gonna have to brighten the camera and set up another microphone for Mariah next time we do this. Man, that's a cool gap. He broke it.
Jeez.
That's cool. His cord broke.
That's amazing.
Jeez, man. How do you follow a curve in a fakie grind? Ooh. Drop back sound. Absolutely.
Our dog is snoring.
Damn.
She is out.
Jeez, man. He's just jumping off the biggest things there is. Ugh, like his really fast transfers like that from rail to ledge are so impressive. Seems like his skate style, like not just obviously the way that he skates, his back style is insane, but like his skate. If this is his pro skate, I guess I'm not completely sure. Another one of his, but the black and white sole definitely seems to be something that he rocks, and definitely just his style. DC Silver. What's going on? Bro, I have messed up. Judas Link, welcome to the chat. Almost home, still looking. Dustin, drive safe, homie. Judas, what's up? Thanks for doing some of the live stream the other day. I appreciate you making that happen. Someone needed to do it. And use the man. Spook, did you have to cut any material out of your faction cuffs? I cut like 2 little sections off and a little strip of the buckle strap. It helped with the fit support for me. No, I didn't. I don't. Yeah, no, I haven't done that. I don't really know in what. Yeah, no, I don't have any issues that I think that I would need to do that. My only issues right now is with the toe box, but that's really interesting. Cut 2 little sections off and a little of the buckle strap. I do find that I have to crank the strap all the way. Is she pissed?
David, grab my phone.
I have nothing better to do. That just blows my mind that people would
I live
do
here.
stuff like this.
Congratulations.
You want to see me skate the rail?
Probably 100, I don't know. You could just let him do it real quick and then leave.
How many times do you have to be asked to leave the property? I don't know. Are you counting?
Just let him do it and then we'll leave.
Judas, yeah, the first 2 spots were by the lake, so I couldn't get much connection. Dude, no, I feel ya. I'm, like, impressed just at all with the coverage that you got, because I was worried that, you know, like, the phone, with everybody recording, everybody posting, people live streaming, and then people FaceTiming and stuff, that no one's going to be able to get anything out, but it worked pretty well, so appreciate you.
He is brave.
He is brave, isn't he?
My anxiety would never let me do that.
So what we know about John Bolino from an outsider point of view is that he is brave, is that he's got cool style that resonates with people who like rock, people who like metal, people who like grunge. The way that he's explosive in his style as well is definitely something that appeals to Mars as well, I would say. The way that he tucks his legs and spins almost as if he's like preparing to kick somebody, I think really gives emphasis to his movement in a way that's kind of relatable almost. I don't know if that makes sense, but like I feel people can see that and be like, I get how that's hard, because tucking your legs in like that, spinning, jumping, this and that, he just makes it look a lot more, he makes it look effortless while also making it look harder. That's the best way that I can put it for John Bolino. It's quite incredible. Everything he does is so hard, he makes it look so effortless, and everything that's effortless, honestly, he makes it look so hard and so well done. Hey, Shawn Michelson, what up? What you know about my man John Bolino? Any fun facts? John Bolino is Mariah's favorite skater, and also sorry if there's a little bit of echo. I hooked her up with a lavalier mic, and it's not proven to be the best option. He always skates super fast with lots of power, says Will. You are absolutely right about that. That's a straight fact about John. Yeah, strange reverb. That's from her mic. I'll turn it down real quick and you'll be able to tell. I'll turn it up when she's talking. Yeah, I gotta hook her up with another microphone. I couldn't find my Blue Yeti. I wanted to get another USB mic. So this is USB, and she's using a microphone that's plugged into the camera. And for some reason, it is so much louder in OBS than it is in actual recording. I don't want top chat. I want live chat. Oh. Oh, man, dude, what are you doing?
Oh no.
That is a long rail. Oh. The way he just blasts at everything like that, like the intensity behind this man. Dustin, yeah, so I'm not the kind of person to go up to people, but I did hit a soul on the highest ledge I've done in front of him and hit the whole thing. That's awesome. He was like, hell yeah. And the last time I ran into him, I couldn't hit anything, so I felt like I kind of redeemed myself. That's great. Shawn Michelson, oh dang, what is this? Right now, what are we watching? We're watching John Bolino in the NIM 2011. But I just got Mariah with me, just kind of get a general pulse on the reaction of people who are looking at skating from the outside, because she's a quad skater. and she is a new to quad skating, newer than I am to blading. So when she sees blading, and she's looking at it from a completely outsider perspective. So I thought it'd be fun to try to get her reaction into this, but ultimately I need to get her a better mic, and we need to get her a whole energy drink. Hey, Ben just skated that. Did you guys see Ben just skated that? Anyway, so yeah, let's run it over again. I'll pull up Mariah's microphone, but what is it that you like about John Bolino? We'll just recap.
I like his style. I think his style is nice. Like with the stuff that he created with Mesmer, I just like his whole brand and his boot. He's just very creative, and that speaks to me. He reminds me of one of my favorite bands, like lead singers, Matty Healy from the 1975. So I think that also just calls to me.
Yeah, no, he's definitely like a heavy metal Matty Healy.
Yeah. And he's one of the first skaters that I really ever saw, one of his YouTube videos, and it sticks out in my brain. He's just really fast, he's really good, and he just does not care if he could get hurt or not, it seems. He just fucking goes for it, and I admire that very much so, because I am the opposite.
Yeah, so one thing that we've kind of come to generally understand from a factual standpoint about John Bolino, at least from the few people I've talked to that have watched his stuff, is that he seems incredibly brave, that he is very precise, very fast, and that he resonates really well with rock culture, grunge culture, punk culture, and also somewhat pop culture. John Bolino seems to fit into a lot of pieces for people, which I think is why his popularity has only grown and will continue to. But I mean, like, look at this. His drop grinds are so freaking precise. It's insane. And he's on them skates in this. I didn't realize that. Mesmer probably wasn't out yet. Oof. Dusty, I have a clip of attempts, but not the whole thing in front of Rob. I wasn't recording. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. No, for sure. I love the concept idea. I just think this one snuck by me. The switch up to fast side was sick. Yeah, no worries, man. I appreciate you coming through. Yeah, it's sometimes you're just kind of like, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm paying attention, but I'm paying attention to the skating, and there's some crazy shit going on. Like that. My man, kind grinds a square curve ledge and then 360s out of it. Come on. I need to crank the ISO on the camera. Oh, that reminds me. His band is actually pretty rad. They played the Blading Cup after party. They did not suck. Mariah, if you had to request one song from a John Bolino band without knowing what type of music they play or who's in it, what song would you request, just based on looking at him?
Billy's on drums.
Sean, you ruined it. She wasn't supposed to know.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You have to, no, now that you know Billy's on, okay, so you look at
Like a Nirvana song, honestly.
Alright, sorry.
Say that again, I turned you down.
I said I'd probably want them to play like a Nirvana song, honestly. I think that would be kind of cool.
That would be pretty sweet. Yeah, so Mariah says a Nirvana song. I definitely, like, I could see John rocking a Nirvana song just based on the style, but I have seen their music and I feel like they could actually cover that pretty well. So, yeah, Sean, you saw them in person then? Because, honestly, that's a bucket list thing for me, because I've seen Billy play the drums and him play the guitar together, and that seems just like a real fun thing to be a part of. Dustin, hey, thanks for coming up to me and saying hi at Windy City, Sean. Like I said, I never know if I'm bothering someone, so I just stay in my lane. Oh, Dustin, well, I'm glad you got to talk. I get what that's like, Dusty, but remember that you live your life too. You're here as well, and that you're a human being. You deserve the ability to go up and speak to somebody. If they don't reciprocate that, that's not your fault. That's clearly that's theirs. And dude, look at this. Look at this freaking. Is that his ender? It's got to be, right? That's insane. No, it's not. Oh, okay, it is. Hold on. But Dustin, I'm glad that you were able to meet some people, do the great things that you did in front of Scallon. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to meet up with Richard. I really hope I can get out to you guys before it snows. They set that shot up perfectly that it works horizontally because, you know, there's black depth, but they could use it for horizontal because that is perfectly 9:16 right there. I gotta turn up the camera. It's dark. Holy cow. Yeah, he has some guitar chops for sure. He has a great heavy riffy blues stoner rock thing. I was genuinely surprised when I heard him play. That's good. Shawn Michelson, bruh, it's all love. Don't be afraid to say what up to anyone, homie. That's what honestly, that's the vibe I get, man. Like, there hasn't been a single person that's been like, yeah, anyway. Or, like, even been rude. The only one that's kind of been like, was Brosco. I say Brosco because that's how he pronounced his name in some video Ben and I stumbled across when we were trying to figure out how to pronounce people's names the night before Bitter Cold. We were watching sections, and my man Brosco comes up on camera and calls himself Hey, I'm Alex Brosco. And we look at each other. It was like, do we call him Brosco or Broscow? Because everyone calls him Brosco or Broscow, but he says Brosco. And we obviously did not run with I was like, dude, let's risk it. ISO button. Yeah, I'm not sure what the shutter speed is at. If you want to bring that all the way down to 60.
Wow, dude.
Oh, flip the screen around. There you go. There's a number at the bottom that says 320. That will change to 60.
I think we should wrap it too. That's looking good. That's looking good.
Yeah, and then can you angle it down a little bit? The big dial on that's facing away from you. Yeah, that one. And then you can kind of tilt it downwards a little bit. There you go. That should be good. Thanks, honey. Oh yeah, that's perfect. Literally perfect. Good job. Yeah, being a cameraman's hard. Don't tell anybody. Judas, yeah, I saw Sean too. So sick to see the boys around. Awesome. We really, like, I told Mariah next year, even if I break my ankle day of, we're still freaking going. But next year, I really want to plan it out. I want to try to be there for the whole weekend. I want to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then leave Monday. But it looks so fun. And I think if done right, especially if I can get someone to be extra cameraman for me, I think I could get great coverage. Because don't get me wrong, I'm sure someone's going to drop a banger edit, but a lot of tricks that were on the live stream have not been in edits so far, and I have seen a few, and I guess we'll see. I would really hate if not everything Luke Naylor got captured. Oh man, look at that. What the heck are you skating, bro? That was a fun edit. But Hawk Trackler got a lot of Luke Naylor, so that's good. But Sean Darce got a lot that wasn't in some of the edits yet. You got a lot from, is it Steven or Dave? Sean, you said it was Dave, so I'm going to believe you because you're usually right. Dave with the dreads from Rampant Camp. I thought his name was Steven for some reason. Dustin, it's like this in my head. When I was a kid, people that skated like me got made fun of. Now that I lost all my skills in my head, I feel like the guy who is a joke sometimes. No, there's nothing wrong with feeling that way. There's just the only thing wrong is giving into it. You can feel that way, but you should let it feel you to do a few things. And depending on how that feels naturally, let it feel you to be better. Let it feel you to believe in yourself and cast out those negative opinions. Because your skating doesn't need to be better. I don't care who says it. I don't care how good or bad you are. Your skating doesn't have to be better. Can it be? Always. But does it have to be? No. You don't have to be better than someone. You don't have to be better than yourself. You can get progressively worse every single session. As long as you're having fun, that's what freaking matters, man. And we talk about it. And it sounds like a kiddie thing because we're told that a lot of our lives, but it's just because it's absolutely true. I was like, you gotta have fun. And so I'm glad that you were having fun doing what you're doing, Dustin. You're a good guy, and you're pushing hard for that skating. I love seeing it. Doing good stuff, man. I wonder if Alex is a little socially awkward himself. He seems like an introvert on a lot of the stuff that gets put out. I never met him, though. No, definitely an introvert. If he was an extrovert, I would be surprised. If, just for me, one of the best things ever was seeing Alex Broskow smile in person. And then as I'm rolling around the corner, he's like smiling, talking to his friends. And he sees me looking at him. And when he looks at me with a smile on his face, I look at him and I start smiling. And his smile immediately fades. I'm sure also to a degree because he's like, I don't want this guy to think that I'm smiling at him just to come and talk to me. I'm talking to my friends. He's not a social dude. Did you get a chance to talk to anybody yet? Bitter Cold, like were any pros talk to you?
I don't think so. I saw Zach Savage and we smiled at each other. That was really it.
That's it. Zach Savage smile. Who was it? Can't remember.
After seeing him in person, he's definitely up there in my favorite skaters. He's very good.
Zach Savage is absolutely amazing. Honestly, he reminds me a lot of Aragon. And it reminds me a lot of Aragon, but a little bit like Bolino too. It's kind of funny. Anyway, Richard's here. What's good from Navy Pier? He says. If it wasn't for Blake, I probably wouldn't show up anywhere. Hey man, you do whatever it takes. I'm glad that you have somebody out there that can encourage you. He's great. Long time no see. Just made it home. Thought you were going to say Alex was a jerk. Yeah, he didn't say hi to me and smile and give me a high five. What a jerk. No, he's super introverted, man. I don't know nothing about the dude, and truly, I don't think that matters. He strikes me as one of those guys that's kind of like Deadpool style anti-hero, where it's like he's just going to do whatever is going to improve the lives of people he cares about the most. And I couldn't tell you who he cares about. He plays cards close to the vest, and I respect that. I don't think we got to try to figure him out. That's on him, you know. Let's let him be who he is, and we all love that Brosco. He's definitely sort of introverted. It's weird. He used to be pretty hyper and goofy, but then again, this is 20 years. Dude, Brosco, I'm going to say Brosco a lot now. Do you got, what do you think? But it's super hyper and goofy. I can't even imagine, man. What about that? You can do some ballerina spins like that. You can jump out of those grinds like that.
Nope. I'll fall on my ass.
You don't think it'd be fun to do curved?
Oh, it'd be fun, but do I think I can do it? No.
She definitely can do it. This girl here put on quad skates, immediately started shooting the duck as a practice. She's like, oh, I'm going to try this real quick, and this would be like a warm-up almost. And then she started learning to spin on flat ground, just on her toes and heels, and she spun 1080 real quick. You know, so she's got good balance. She could do it. I just can't get her to skate with me every day.
Nope.
Richard, sick. I'm almost back to Grant. I think I got my fill of the big wheels. Did you have a chance to film anything? Shoot, man, I wish I could have got a GoPro out to you guys. Just so you could film your experience. I didn't need you to film the comp. I just want to see what it was like when you guys were doing your thing, going in between the spots, hanging with each other. Man, look how fast he's freaking going. All right, Mariah, what's more impressive, flips or grinds?
Grinds.
I wasn't expecting that. Elaborate, please.
Well, I feel... Okay, don't get me wrong. Flips are obviously hard to do. But I feel like it'd be easier to master doing a flip because it's one and done. Grinds are always... they can always be something different. And that's not easy to do. Getting on a ramp or grinding something like that, that's not easy to do.
Wow. I've actually, like, I kind of felt like this format might be gimmicky, because it usually is, usually through the gamer forum idea, where it's like, oh, my girlfriend, oh, a girl's in this video, and then a bunch of guys who've never seen a woman click. But, no, Mariah, you've given some incredible insight so far. Like, that, I always wondered myself, do people recognize that grinds are harder than flips? And granted, you've been in the rollerblading sphere for, like, a solid year now, but Mariah isn't sitting down and trying to learn trick names, or she doesn't care about the new stuff unless I show it to her and then it resonates with her. Like Base Them resonated because of the color, because of the music, and because of the Kelsos. It was just we all get it, we get it. But no, yeah, that was great insight, because she's absolutely right. Like, a flip is kind of like a one and done thing. You can do it a bunch of different ways, sure, but it looks very similar. Whereas you can do some switch up grinds that people will just be like, what? So that's awesome insight. I like hearing that. Thank you, Mariah.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. You're gonna make me well up. I love blading and I love the advice. Thank you. Of course, homie. You rock, Dustin. We love having you. Skating with you just the one time, and then the little bit of time we got our ramping camp was super fun. So I'm excited for the future for all of us. I'm sure we're all gonna have some good times together. And, man, like, listen, I don't want to jump on the Barbie train, but, like, Barbie's blowing up, and blading has started being advertised all over. Like, I'm seeing people left and right talking about blading again, and I really did not expect it. I was a naysayer. I thought it wasn't going to happen, but it got blading in front of a bunch of new eyes, and then, again, people who used to rollerblades eyes. Could you imagine if people got back to that? They were like, the 90s was fun. I miss the 90s, like everybody has been saying every single day for the past 10 years. Bring back the blades, then. That's why you missed the 90s, because he was blading. Ooh, the spin, dog. This is still John, too. Look at this. Look how old this is. This is 2005. My man's what, like, yeah, he looks like 13. He's probably 15, 16. Do you guys ever have this haircut? Where you could, yeah, you're probably right about that. Anybody with brown hair probably had this haircut, where you just got the bowl from the hat, and then you got the flare up from your curly hairs, like your hair flaring.
Theo, no.
What's wrong with you?
No, she's on the edge.
Why are you on edge, girl? Huh? That's just rude. That's just mean to me. You hurt my ears. Oh, man. Chat's blowing up. What's going on in here? Let me keep this rolling. The skating from spot to spot is probably the second most fun after seeing all the insane tricks. That's good to hear. Richard, I got nothing from Windy City Riot. Oh, shoot. Yeah, it kind of blows past you, and then you're like, oh, I didn't take pictures, didn't take videos, didn't buy the products I wanted to. And talking about blades or quads. We're talking about her with quads. I'm trying to get her on blades, but the thing is finding the blades to fit her. Wyoko Booter, welcome. I see you just came in. Thanks for stopping by. Wyoko Booter, why don't you quick throw in, if you had to say, actually everybody, if you know one thing for certain about John Bolino, what is it? And Mariah and I have been discussing here. I think one thing for certain we know about John Bolino is that he's fast. A second one being that he's brave. A third one being that he's very precise. And that, a fourth one is that he resonates really well with people who care, like grunge, rock, and pop culture. At least the darker end of pop culture. Who competed? What? You were competing, right? I looked around and didn't know who I was looking for either. Who are you talking about? Sean? Sean didn't compete, did he? Did he compete? That's awesome, bro. I got a few things, but nothing too solid. Colin kept trying to do this crazy trick, and the second spot by the time ran out, and I got every attempt, but I don't think he actually got it. Okay, you're talking about filming it. I skate with Colin all the time. He's amazing as well. Oh, okay. What's Colin's last name? What Colin we talking about? I'm drawing a blank. Maybe Kelso. If you, I feel like Dustin, you would tell me if you skated with Colin Kelso a lot, right? I mean, yeah, I signed up, but just to support the winter pot and not feel guilty if I saw a spot I wanted to skate. Ah, dude, that's great. I love that, Sean. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, how would that work? Like, if I had my blades on, I was like, that first low ledge. I remember seeing that back in the day, back when Ryan and I were in Chicago a few months ago, and that in the second spot, and thinking I would skate these. So no, I would have loved to have jump on. Colin Martin, he says. Okay. Looking through the photo reel, I've got mostly tourist shots, skyline, water, etc. Was this? Is this your first time really experiencing Chicago, or is that someone else I'm thinking of? Because I know you said this is your first skating event, which Windy City is a crazy first event. Dude, bro, what are you doing? How are you fishing that ledge? Mariah, what do you think of topside tricks where you lay your frame down rather than standing on top of your sole? What do you think?
I think that's hard.
Did you think it was possible that someone could balance like that as if they have a knife inserted in their
No.
foot the long way and they have to balance on that?
I don't know how they don't keep from going forward, but that's talent right there. I mean, that's not easy. It doesn't even look easy.
I love this shot of John Bolino just smoking in like a pool of people. Yeah, Sean asks, how was your trip overall? You mostly came to figure out if you wanted to move here, right? Oh, dude, that's right, Richard. I forgot you were talking about that. Bro, I hope so. There's so many people in Chicago. At this point, I was like, you know, let's do the media park in Chicago. There's enough people there. Because it'd have to be a city, outskirts of a city, for an indoor park to work, you know? And have to be more northern than anything, because if it's nice weather, people aren't going to skate it. Yes, that was a hairdo majority of my life. Sean, yeah, same, me too. That was a hairdo for a long period of my life, from like probably 7th grade to like almost junior year. Yeah, we do got a lot of pictures of me with that exact haircut. Woo. Mariah just started recently learning some stuff on the half pipe, so what do you how do you think you would begin approaching a spin on a quarter pipe? When you watch John Bolino here skating like this stuff, what's the first thing that comes to mind? How do you think you prepare to do stuff on like ledges like that?
You just kind of like step and then like spin while you're standing on that leg, and then step down with the other foot, right? Wouldn't that be kind of like
It's a good idea.
a good learning
There's a lot of ways
point?
to do it.
Otherwise,
It's a big
that's
reason
the
why I
only thing I
asked,
can
because
think
there's
of.
really no wrong way to do it, especially in blading. And so the way that you would do it is probably way different than how I would do it and how he just did it and all this and that. So
okay.
it's a good point.
Yeah, sorry the audio's been really weird today. I'm manually messing with the audio levels so that you don't have much echo, but you can actually hear her when she talks and not hear the echo. Perfect hybrid of metal and tech. All right. That's a cool way to put it, Wyoko. Along those lines, yeah, I could hang out downtown forever. The lake path is amazing. Grant is awesome. I just doubt I could afford it down here. Haven't been to the suburbs yet. Ugh, yeah, dog. I know. That's the biggest thing. I'm telling you, we just need to find like 45 minutes away from Chicago. Let's just find a plot of land. Ben can go, like, we'll buy the land. Ben can go and live on it, so someone's actually living on it with his RV. And then we all drop a bunch of shipping containers, build a cul-de-sac, and in the middle of the cul-de-sac, like, thermometer bubble, is a skate park. And we all skate there. We film every day. That's what we do, the compound-style stuff. Colin Martin, Chicago legend. That's actually the only spot you skated, the low ledge? That's the only thing I remember really talking about. First comp, first time in Chicago. Wow. Honestly, furthest west I've ever been. Dude, well, cool. I'm glad you got to experience Chicago that way. That's probably one of the best ways to experience it. Why did they make my man freaking Fortnite wide? Why they stretch his aspect ratio so that he can get people's hitboxes better. That's what you got to do. You got to stretch the screen, and then you can skate rails better, bigger hitboxes. Haha, Wyoka, you posted pics a while ago from when you had long hair skating in college. That's amazing. I'll have to find those. Originally from Jacksonville, Florida, but I moved to the woods of Kentucky, and now I'm craving city life. Speaking of, I'm going to send you a pic on IG. Spook dope. All right. I'm excited. I was born in Jacksonville, but know nothing about it. LOL, Dustin. That's kind of how I am with Hisdale. I was born in Hisdale and then lived in Bolingbrook for almost 4 years. And then moved to Michigan, and I've been here since. Richard, yeah, I'm going to visit SSJ and see what his area like, just outside Detroit. Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. I really think it'd be fun to do a Detroit week. Like, I hate to push myself on SSJ, but it's like, listen, man, I can take, like, a Friday off, then I got Saturday and Sunday, and then I could do Monday, Tuesday, and leave Wednesday. So we could do, like, multiple days. I want to do that with Chicago guys, with Dustin. Dustin will come raid your pantry and sleep in your bed. You can sleep on the couch, or you can sleep in the bed with me. That's fine. But that and Sean, I know you talked about Sean. You're making your backyard park. It was like, I'm just gonna couch surf between all y'all. Dustin, Judas, Sean, Richard. When you move here. Oh yeah, yeah. Sean, where are you at again? Remind me. How far are you from like mainland Chicago? How far would it take you to get to Grant? Because Grant is what I'm usually closest to. How many videos we got left? I want to tweak this format so that we're really... Like, I think it'd be fun to try to pick very specific videos. And then we sit down and we very purposefully just watch. And then in between videos we react. It's just like, it takes a lot of production power and concentration to really get yourself in the mood to be like, okay, I'm going to sit down, analyze, and then conclude and react. It's always a thing. Richard, gonna get back to Stridenholm. Thanks for the love. Check back in later. Richard, yeah, if you're still here too, quick by the way, dude, your skate park edit was freaking amazing, bro. Not just the 3D stuff. I've gushed enough about that for you. You know that I love the 3D stuff that you're doing. Like the truck, like the flag on the back of the truck. I probably rewinded that like 100 times with Mariah. I was like, I don't get how the man has patience for this. But second, your skating has blown up, bro. You like just in the clips you sent me for the May skate park edit, and then the clips you sent me for June, the stuff you're doing now is like, dude, yeah, you like look like a completely different skater. Same with Dustin too, man. Like the stuff that I see you doing when we were skating, it's like you guys are really pushing yourselves. I love seeing it. Late night food and bed stream with Spook and Dusty. Yeah. A little over an hour, Sean. Okay. When there's minimal traffic. Yeah, dude, we were in Cicero the last time we were there, and man, it took us 45 minutes to get 3 miles. I was like, oh, friggin' barf, bro. Dustin in Bolingbrook, Naperville area. Yeah, we Bolingbrook bros. Bowling bros. Man, that looks real fun. AO sold a front switch front salve. Winthrop Harbor. Is it just sound rich as hell, or are you rich as hell? Upper right corner of Illinois, so right on Lake Michigan. Okay, dude, that's nice. Richard, thanks, dude. We got good inspiration. Hey, man, there's a lot of great inspo out there. It's like, yeah. Anyone in here from Colorado? Wyoko, I don't believe so. I think we got 2 Chicagoland homies. Me in Michigan. Richard, you're in Kentucky, right? Hour 20. Oh, all right. I need to go to the bathroom, so that means Mariah's in charge. Lapse the audio. All right, Mariah. What? You mean you don't know what to say? Just call out what you see on screen. Doesn't even have to be about the skating. Oh, I like their graffiti. Why does that park look so nasty? I was like, is that a PT Cruiser? Gross. Wow, he spun out of that? He's skating? Oh my goodness, what a gay boy. It only sounds rich. Gonna spend some time with Xander before bed. You guys have an amazing night. Thanks for all the kind words. Oh, Dustin, we love you, homie. Yeah, you spent some time with Xander. Tell him that he's awesome. Love his live action stuff, or his stop motion stuff. Good for you for making the time. Someone used to say it to you, so I'll be the one. But good for you for making the time. It seems like the basic thing that a father would do, but you gotta understand, not everyone does that. So I appreciate you for him until he has the ability to emotionally express how good it is for him, because he will one day. You're doing good stuff, dude. Love you. Sean, I'm halfway between Milwaukee and Chicago. I skate with both crews. Isn't Cedric from Milwaukee and then he went to Chicago? So did you like help usher that, and you were just the whole way were like, don't worry, bro, I got you. Feet and four wheels can cover you no matter where. This is just him talking.
Everybody hates on it.
Here you go, Mars. You can listen to
People like Charles Dunkel, Mike Lilly, people that I watched from like the 90s and people that I watched from the early 2000s, like I don't get stoked up really skating.
Or I'm going to the bathroom.
Right now, like too much, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I feel back in time that like have some time.
He reminds me of your brother a little bit.
Christian?
Yeah, it's a tiny bit. The way I'm not gonna fucking lie.
Yeah.
I just see myself fucking kid who grew up in America, trying to keep fucking doing my thing, dude. Like, honestly,
Yeah, no, honestly, mix like 25% your brother, 75%. What was his name in high school that looked like Johnny Depp? Don't say his last name, but you know who I'm talking about. Michael, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. No, he reminds me of Michael.
Yeah. That's funny.
You just add like the street flair, like the street ghetto almost of your brother.
Yeah.
The way that he talks, and then you add Michael's whole demeanor, and you get John Bolino.
I love it.
Honestly.
It's amazing. Yeah, Christian's pretty ghetto. Yeah.
Pretty ghetto.
I love him, but oh man, the way he speaks, it's just something else. Yeah. For growing up in Holland, very interesting. Yeah.
yeah, we're for sure. It's called Blower, and we're not big or anything. But me and my
Blower. Blower is the name, Vale.
really slow, like heavy fucking doom metal, or we really like playing like we want to play Slayer. We want to play like fast thrash. We want to be like DRI. We want to do things like really fast music, and yet have sick breakdowns. Like the kind of music that I play is fucking rock and roll. Period.
Rock and roll, period.
In the band, I play drums. Arizona's one of the best places to go to, where you can skate with a full crowd and have a sick time. I'm most appreciative for Ryan Schumann giving me the chance to be the person that I am today. Keep doing what I'm doing, and if people like it,
I like him because most of his answers are really like straightforward and to the point. They're short, and that's beautiful because that is me. I resonate with that a lot.
it will always be safe as long as people keep doing what they're doing. And whether it's like, honestly, as hard as it is to say, without me, without anybody, like, honestly, like, we need to keep doing this. If without us, it wouldn't be stuff. Like,
It wouldn't be stuff.
I'm good. No, you're part of the force of blading. So blading needs people to keep skating. They don't need people who are like, Oh, I'm 25, I can't skate. My fucking roommate's Billy O'Neill, he's fucking 28, he's fucking skating pro, still hard as fuck.
I love that. It's his roommate.
Oh my god.
What a cool thing, huh? No, fail.
I'm sorry, I'm tired.
Ask them if they're skating past 30.
They're getting older.
You guys skating past 30?
I really wish that older
I don't know if I will be.
I'm sorry, all you older players out there, you can hate on the younger crew as much as you want. Honestly, that's all gonna happen. But you need the Josh Petty, you need the Ramos, you need people like Dustin Ladder to still fit with our sport. There's one fucking thing I think old lane needs. We need the fucking people that we looked up to still do this shit. This John Bolino and watching me on the spot with the sun on my fucking face. Does that work?
Probably got a sunburn after that.
He's white as fuck. What do you have to say about that, all the kids?
Cute.
Say it.
What? I like that there are people to cheer him on. That's cute. That's adorable.
You just over-explain what you're thinking. That's how you stream.
Should I turn this music off? This will get you copyrighted, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
No. Stop, Vale. Our dog keeps trying to get on the couch. She was naughty outside, so. Skating past 30. 30 years old? Oh no.
Yeah, Sean. Skating past 30. Skating past 30.
Yeah, no.
Josiah's 42.
Tell them that. If they know how much stem cells they'll use, I won't be able to skate anymore because they'll use them all. How old am I again? I don't even know if I ever knew actually. Take a wild guess. Take a look at my face and guess. I'm not 42 yet.
Paint It Black is a great song.
Oh man, yeah, Will Shred absolutely. Paint It Black is an amazing song. One of the best rock songs of all time. Look at that.
Jesus,
Bro, what are you doing?
what?
All right, everybody guess Spook's age, and if you know, you don't guess. If you feel like you know, also don't guess. Just guess really high. Make me laugh. Yeah, Wyoka, I hooked Mariah up with a lavalier mic. I also, you can tell, I was not prepared for this at all. She's barely has any light on her, and she lovingly agreed to do this with me, and I'm kind of just letting her get a pass with not having great audio and not great lighting, but next time, I'm going to have a new mic for her.
Did earlier. The
Sketching.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so we have a friend that lives in our neighborhood. My brother and I share a duplex. I have one half, he has the other. And one of our old lifelong friends moved in down the road. And so to break in his new place, we had a fire. And I sketched my brother's car. Mariah was walking, I was on my blades, just kind of spinning around, having a good old time. And then Caleb drives past, and I grab onto his wheel well, and Mariah was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "It's called sketching. This is very, very normal." No, she does not approve.
Apparently it was okay.
28? How, dude, how dare you? I'm just kidding.
42.
That's flattering. I'm 32. Rob, what up? Hey, Mariah. I'm not 32, by the way. I'm just kidding. Hey, hey, he guessed 32. I didn't even see you said that. That's funny. 32. No, I'm 26.
He's almost 27.
I'm gonna be 27 in October. Anybody gonna try to go to Frankie Morales' thing? Yeah, Wyoka, I'm gonna be hitting skating past 40 soon, bro. I couldn't tell. Like the freaking things you got, bro. Your trick bag is voluptuous. Best way to put it. Say that again, Mars. You were turning down.
Sorry, I don't think he's worn a helmet in any of his videos. I don't think I've seen a helmet on that man.
You're like, don't get me wrong. You couldn't Mariah's had about 1 solid year of influence from me, but these are the words of somebody from outside of the world of skating. Something that she has mentioned many times, and everybody, by the way, that I ever tell that I rollerblade. Do you wear a helmet?
When he's not wearing a helmet, I just knows. Because wearing a helmet is very important. I don't care how good you are. You can still fall and hurt your head, and your head is very valuable.
Well, if they're not wearing a helmet, it might not be that valuable. Just kidding.
I had a fall maybe like 2 months ago, and I smacked the back of my head, and I was very thankful that I was wearing my helmet because my head was sore after that fall. So I don't even want to imagine how bad it could have been, you know? It's just better safe than sorry. Right, Kaiba?
Yeah, no, you hit your head pretty hard. We didn't get it on camera, but I remember I was live streaming, and I'd just look over there, and she's really not moving, and her eyes were wide. You could. Was that like the first time you've ever really fallen?
Yeah,
like
I was very shocked.
Life comes at you fast. Will Shred. Yep, I turned 39 earlier this month, still skating in the driveway like a kid. Nah, man, kids are skating in their driveway like a 39-year-old. My homie Carly got yucked up skitching at the riot. Really? What happened? This riot? Oh, goodness. If it's that bad, don't tell the story or Mariah will never let me do it.
It's not worth it. It's scary.
It's not that scary.
It's scary.
It's scary to you.
Yeah.
Wayoko Booter, yeah. See, I mean, this is just a great, simple way of putting it. I wear a helmet because I will occasionally hit my head. You can't, you're just not going to plan that out. That's just the best way to put it is you're occasionally going to hit your head, you know? But yeah, shell-shocked. Honestly, I saw a few people at Windy City that are like, I want to start handing out helmets to. I'm like, listen, I know you don't want to wear it, but just so I'm not out here dying watching you smack your head. Like, I think Mike French got a good one. I think Sean Darce got a good one. I think Luke Naylor almost hit his head. And like most of them almost smacked their noggin so hard they were like friggin' yolks on the freaking concrete, bro. I don't want to see that happen. It is so easily preventable. I don't know, man. It's like I'm not gonna shame you for not wearing a helmet, but I am gonna wonder why you don't care about yourself and why I care about you more than you do. Why do I care about you more than you? Why am I like this? Why ain't your family out here? That's why I love my family so much. They're always like, "Where's your friggin' helmet? Where's your friggin' helmet?" And it worked. I was like, you know what? You're right. I need to wear it. Everyone was knocking noggins at Bitter Cold. Bro, yeah, you're right. Yeah, man. Sergio whacked his head. Was Sergio at Windy City? I can't picture who that is. But yeah, no, I saw a lot of thwomping. Is this the first rap song we've heard with John? Man, getting that much air with that little speed is pretty whack.
Oh.
Moral of the story, don't end up like Jordan Dale. Do not know who Jordan Dale is, but that, yeah. Yeah, I literally just met him, new dude on the scene. Oh, Sergio? Okay, interesting. Man, yeah, Mariah, your mic picks up so much. Look, like, so this is how loud the PC is.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Is mine the top one?
Yeah, so watch when we're quiet. The TV is at 5 sound, 5 volume. And for some reason it doesn't pick up your voice really loud. It picks your voice up about as loud as mine is, but mine probably sounds...
Well, maybe because I'm pretty quiet in general.
Well, yeah, but next time I'll have the other mic set up for you. I'll just set up the soundboard again. He was a dude with a huge black shirt, really dope steez, tried to 360 sold the ledge at the last spot and whacked the back of his head. Yeah, no, I think I know who you're talking about now. Because I was watching, that last spot had the best coverage. And my goodness, yeah, that's when I saw some of the most whacking. That's when I saw French hit his head, Sean hit his head, and then it must have been that guy who hit his head, Sergio. But it's like, yeah, guys, I don't know, it's like, it was, I know that it takes a lot of money to make the products and stuff, but if I feel like if I was a blader, I would invest in things like doing an ennui helmet, like a Mesmer ennui helmet, and then be there, you know, Billy O'Neill's there handing out helmets to people, be like, listen, dude, please put this on, and that's just a good thing to do, as well as I think that'd be good PR and marketing. Just get a bunch of the $30 Outdoor Master helmets, at least it's something. He's a dude that smashed his head from a failed fast slide on a rail in the rain. Oof. Ah, that sounds horrid. My man Bolino's always had such a calculated style, like, goodness gracious. The way he absorbs all his momentum in his landing and then just comes out like he wasn't just doing something crazy. He looks like he never left the ground, honestly, when he lands. Look at that. Like, the way he rolls away is so smooth, it looks like he never stopped rolling. Crazy. Man, yeah, you hate to see it, but it is a lesson for us to learn from, that people hit their heads. Like I said, I freaking broke my ankle doing a topsoul. Like, that's just, I mean, bailing poorly from a topsoul, but like, nonetheless, you just never know. And like, I've been telling my family this, like, you've been in a really good mood and stuff, and I've been talking about how confident I was in the surgery and confident moving forward, and they said they'd, you know, just appreciate that mindset. But truly, that is just true, because I was like, the foot is so far away from the most important things in my body. Yeah, I know, who knows, a doctor might end up still telling me, you'll never skate again, but like, I know that's not true, so I'm not worried about that. And then you look at the recovery stories of people like Shima and Aragon and like all the people who have gotten seriously hurt and were told they'll never skate again, and it really did look like they never will. They're back to it. So I'm not worried about that, as much as I'm just freaking bored right now. But like, the helmet is something I'm gonna don anytime I'm skating something uneven. I'm going down a hill. It's like, it's I'll admit I don't always wear my helmet when I'm rolling flat. Sometimes not always even on ramps, but if I'm ever gonna jump, spin, or grind, I need to put that helmet on, because you never know. Yo, oh my god, we got awesome Paz in the chat. Bro, we were just talking about By the Slice again recently. Mariah and I have watched that so many times. This is Mariah, by the way. Because his wife's name Mariah. Isn't that funny? If a majority of peeps wore helmets, not wearing helmets would be uncool. Hey, dude, you're right. And see, again, I think there's just power to the who cares, you know, like, we don't need to be cool. Like, we got bros that holding down with their style, you know. I think that's what's important. Yeah, and like I said, I'm not going to be mad at you for not wearing a helmet, but I am going to make fun of you, be like, bro, why do I care about you more than yourself? Normalizing helmets and pads. Hey, man, yeah, I'm always just going to be wearing a helmet because you can call me scared and I won't disagree with you. I didn't like breaking my ankle. Oh, man. Yeah, so this being the Bolino that you grew up skating with, he seems just like super ballsy. So yeah, Austin, something that we've just like come to agree on, I think, just a fact about John Bolino is that he's brave. Like that is like, look at, yeah, we don't even need to debate that or even keep talking about it. This man's brave. But he's brave, he's fast, he's precise, and he appeals to a wide genre just based on the way that he carries himself with soft goods stylization, like the clothes that he wears. His skate style is explosive in a way that he just looks like the best way I can describe it is like he's attacking something. How did I put it earlier? I really liked how I put it. That he... I'll figure it out at some point. But one thing I really like about his landing, when we're talking about like his control and his precision, it looks like he never left the ground. It's like when he pops up from absorbing a landing, he rolls away really straight. I mean, that wasn't a great example. His newer stuff is definitely better examples, but he has so much control over the landing and the roll away. It's immaculate. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. What more could I ask Mariah? Anybody got any questions for somebody who's never seen blading and want to ask something specific about John Bolino and or the skating scene? Shout it out. Let me know what you think, because Mariah's had some really good insight today. Judas. Always late on the stream. You're good, homie. How old is he here, Austin? Probably 15 or 16, right? Asked Sean. Yeah, that's a good question. We were wondering earlier. Yeah, then what was he in 2005? Because he was younger than this. He looked like a little one in that. Maybe he was 13, 14. What the hell is that rail, dog? Yeah, the way he jumps away from things, too. He tucks his legs up really tight. And like I'm talking about bravery, he's just so brave. He just knows he's going to land it, so he full hauls. What is everyone's helmet preference? Anybody love one or another, or one over another or anything? Judas says he wants to try the Ennui. I've heard decent things about the Ennui, but I've also kind of heard the opposite. So I don't know. It seems to be a struck balance. Are you talking about the last video, Sean? For me, like, don't get me wrong. I like the Outdoor Master helmet, the one that I was sent. It's definitely reliable, and for $30, it's more than worth it. But I still haven't really found one that I love. I really liked the way the 888 Sweat Saver looked and felt on my head, but I absolutely hated the, like, felt, or what am I saying, not felt, it's like, what would you say that helmet had, like lining in it? It was like...
I don't know, it's very soft and it
really
holds
fuzzy.
Moisture a lot.
Yeah, it definitely, like Sweat Saver in the sense that it was storing all my sweat. But I like 888 stuff. I see a lot of people with ProTech helmets. Mariah has a full certified ProTech helmet, and I've heard a lot of good things about that. What do you think about your ProTech helmet, Mars?
I like it. I think I might have ordered the wrong size. I ordered an extra small. I could have probably gotten away with the small, but the extra small does good. It just pinches on like the back of my glasses. So if you're a glasses wearer, look out for that because it gets quite uncomfortable sometimes. Otherwise, I really like it. They had really nice style options. Mine is neon green and sparkly. So that was a plus for me.
Green disco ball.
And it really did protect my head, I think, from when I fell. So far, it's a thumbs up for me.
No, it for certainly, definitely protected your head. That's me saying that after not wearing a helmet. Why, okay. Did the music die out, or is this just really quiet? What's going on here? If you sweat a lot, going for something with terry cloth liner, otherwise the padding falls apart. Okay, so go for something with a terry cloth liner, otherwise the padding falls apart. Really, anything with rigid insulation and padding will give ultimate protection. Okay. Man, you're just so wise. Analytical to the core. I love it. Yeah, is there just no sound in this, I guess? Got muted. Why is this 22 minutes? What is this? Oh, is this just the B-roll video? Oh, this is the last video. All right, well, we're closing out, so I'll play some music and we'll get some final concluding thoughts. If anybody has any questions, specifically for somebody who is like on the outside of blading and she's not like looking up trick names, she's not looking up new skates. She only knows about blading through her partner. So this is somebody who knows of blading and aggressive inline and what's going on. But if you want to know any insight to the mind of somebody, like somebody who would be coming into blading, she's probably one of the best people to ask right now. So if you got any questions that you've been thinking, what could I do to get other people into blading, could ask her. Because I'm working on it. Who knows? Maybe you'll ask the right question and she'll light up and be like, that's a good point. I want to skate. All right, let me play some music. Let's start off with some real soft jazz. All right, and then I'll catch up on a chat. Definitely under 18, says Austin. I remember he was not really legally living with Kilgore since he was underage. I understand that. I left at 17 and it was a whole thing. I used to have AAA back in the day, want to try on Wii. Everybody wants to try on Wii from what I've heard. I feel like I've heard good things about the helmet and not great things about the pads and stuff like that. Let's see. S1 has most customizability. I didn't like the on Wii because the dial would loosen and it comes in one size, so it fits or it doesn't. Yeah, that's not great. One of the French twins had this like hard hat thing that he had in one of his hats. It was like a helmet. Yeah, Judas, if you're interested in that, Doug Skates, Avenue skate brand, is selling bucket hats that have that helmet liner in them. It's not certified, but don't get me wrong, it is better than hitting your head. So if that's something y'all interested in, Avenue will hook you up. My man Doug, he'll just, like, you could just message him and he'll answer all your questions. Great dude. He sent me a huge box of skate DVDs that I'm digitizing. Awesome company too. I have brand. I feel like a bobblehead in my project, says Judas Link. Kilgore bailed him out of jail or something. Yeah, I don't know his story at all, but I do remember hearing him talk about something like that, and sounds like he's had a whack life. But all the power to him for getting where he is and being who he is. I appreciate that. Like a helmet, those things haven't been tested and may be okay for a little bonk, but don't expect significant protection. Yeah, Wyoka, yeah. That is the truth. He said it before I did. Those are just bump caps, Judy. Oh, well, yeah, you guys we're on the same page. Okay. Yeah, really thin. We're on the same page. Well, let's see. So, Austin Paz, what looks cool to you about skating? Is it the style? Is it the people jumping off roofs? Is it the cool little swivelly wizard maneuvers, tech switch-ups? So, Mariah, you understand when we talk about style what we mean, just like how the person rides, how they jump into a trick, how they jump out of. You've seen wizard skating before, right?
Yeah, that
okay.
looks really interesting.
Okay. So I'll stop tainting the question a lot. You've got a good grasp of what he's talking about. The question's right here if you want to reread it.
So I think the coolest thing for me about skating is just watching the person who's skating, because it's all different and unique to each person. I really like seeing grinds and stuff, seeing all of the switch ups and how they can do such different things on one rail is just insane to me. How fast they can go. Honestly, just skating as a whole is really interesting and really fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. I enjoy it a lot. It's different than anything that I've ever really seen before. You think it looks easy, but then you go and try some of this stuff and it's just ridiculous. And so I think that's part of it. It's a lot harder than it looks, and everyone just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, Bolino being one of those. Yeah, we were talking earlier. I asked Mariah, what's more impressive to you, flips or grinds? And I was surprised by her answer. She said grinds, and so I asked her why. And she said it's because with flips, sure, it's impressive the first time, maybe the second time when they spin a different way, maybe the third time when they do a double flip or they flip backwards. You know, there are a variety, don't get me wrong. But when you see someone do a transfer into a grind and then do multiple grinds on a rail, watching tech just makes it makes you realize the true skill that comes into that. Because don't get me wrong, I can't flip. I don't know if I'll ever be able to even land a single flip, let alone a flat spin, a bio flip, all these other things, you know. But watching someone glide across coping like Jimmy Sizz and do the world's gumbiest switch-ups, you really start to realize what it might take to be a skater, to be an aggressive skater, and then you're like, wait a minute, that's 1,000 times harder than I realized, especially if you've ever had wheels under your feet. So yeah, no, we were talking about tech versus flips, and that was a big point.
Well, and also when they do grinds, it's not like most of them are just hopping on and then hopping off. They're spinning into it, they're spinning off of it. They are like squatting down on the rail and grabbing their foot or their leg. It's just, there's so much that goes into it, and you don't really realize that until you watch some of these people and you're just like, what are they doing?
I'd argue you could stylize grinds more than you could stylize flips. I don't know. Like, there's only so much rotation speed and so many positions you can do in the air, whereas I feel like you can incorporate all those same aspects into a grind, as well as different foot positions, different grabs, different obstacles to grind, and transfers in between grinds, and then throw a disaster into that, and you just have I feel like there's more you can do with a grind, and that's kind of something we were talking about. It's like, yeah, the flips are cool, the big drops and stuff are impressive, but Mariah, what resonated with her recently more than anything was base them, and a big part was, yeah, because it's a color scheme that is more feminine, is going to appeal to people like Mariah who like pink and like pop culture stuff. But on top of that, their tech tricks are so impressive. Just having a firm understanding of what it means to flick your ankles, I think really helps you grasp that this stuff is not simple by any means, and even more so takes serious mental calculation. And people talk about, I say people, I'm singling out my dad here. My dad loves baseball, I love baseball too, but my dad has loved baseball his whole life. For a while, I'm sure it was his blading. But baseball, one of the statistics that he likes to hold high when people say it's not boring, or say it's boring, is that the time between a pitch and hitting the ball with a bat, and then the area of which you need to hit the ball with the bat in the small area you do, is one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing to do in all of sports, just in a split-second thing, you know, just like, and that's going to be a controversial statement, you know, but like, as far as like making a split-second decision, that's one of the hardest ones you can make. And I would, after understanding blading, I feel like blading ushers that out pretty fast. You got to make some fast decisions up there. And like, I was talking about this earlier, that's why I broke my ankle, because I wasn't able to make that fast, like think fast enough to decide what I needed to do. And man, yeah, no. So anyway, I hope that all that rambling kind of comes to a fine point for you. But I think Mariah landed on tech switch-ups, Austin. But I don't think there's anything to her that isn't impressive, and I've kind of gathered that same thing from watching my brother react to watching sections with me. Again, funny enough, I seriously, when I say I show people by the slice, it's one of the videos I show people to explain what I do on blades when they're like, oh, you rollerblade, so what, you go to the roller rink? I was like, no. I was like, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing this, but I'll show them usually by the slice, concrete circus, and then I've been mixing in stuff from like Mind Game, just to give them, you know, like this is what like the core, some of the history is. But anyway, tech stuff is really impressive to most people, that I realize. Sean Michelson asks, Mariah, your favorite Jump Street host, Billy or Austin?
I like you both.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that.
You can't say that.
I can't say that. I don't know.
Her favorite host was the one time you guys had on John Bolino. She likes John Bolino. Because he's so handsome. Yeah, Billy O'Neill's my favorite skater. Sean. Hey, Jasmine, welcome. All right, y'all. Oops, report. No, I don't want to report something. It's freaking... Wyoko asks, what skaters do you think skate the fastest into tricks? So, I'm going to try to give some context into skaters. Again, these are skaters that I have shown her. But I think we'll probably know the answer because the guy we're watching on screen is kind of the guy that she's seen the most. So, I'll let her answer now.
Yeah, I would say John Bolino, but also I'm trying to think of other skaters I've seen. The song is Tequila. Beautiful.
Tequila. It's saying Godzilla.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear it. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
I'm sorry. Not saying Godzilla. It's saying Gila monster.
Well, I hear Tequila.
Tequila!
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the other skaters I've seen. I think Billy kind of went into things fast, but my memory is really bad, and I'm a face person, so I can only put like names when I see a face.
I'm trying to think quick. Who did we... You're somebody we...
I think he does pretty well. Or he's just very confident, I guess,
I'll take
when
that
he
one.
goes to do it.
Zach Savage is a good answer. Mariah, Sekou, and Anna, two friends that were also experiencing blading for the first time rawly. You know, like I knew skaters going into Bitter Cold, even though that was my first event. But Mariah knew a few, you know, like John. But Sekou and Anna knew no one. Like my man Sekou got run over by Jeremy Townsend, taking pictures because he's oblivious and was just standing in the middle of the course and got taken out by Jeremy Townsend when he was coming off a ramp sliding. What are you doing? My cat's trying to climb on the camera. But then he also walks up to Anthony Patier. He was like, yo, bro, are you new here? I'm new here. Do you know any of these people? And Anthony he said he looked around and looks at him, he's like, yeah, I know everybody. He's like, okay, who's that guy? And Anthony would like answered a few names for him before. He was just kind of like, listen, dude, I got to keep skating. He's like, okay, you're doing pretty good out there. Are you new to this? He's like, no, and rolled away. That was amazing. Oh, I love bringing my man Sekou to things like that because it's so fun watching somebody, you know, walk up to someone like Anthony Patier. You know, like that's like walking up to I'm trying to think of a skateboarder or other professional. I just don't got great reference, honestly. But that's like walking up to somebody, you know, Ryan Sheckler, yeah, like walking up to like Ryan Sheckler or whatever, or something like that. I mean, Ryan Sheckler's been around. I'm trying to find someone who's been around as long as Anthony. I guess I don't really know Anthony, how long he's been in the game, but anyway, you guys get the point. I just think that's so great. Okay. Oh.
Seeing him at Bitter Cold, I was like, holy cow, he's really insane.
Yeah.
Super fast.
Mariah said CJ Wellsmore. I had to turn down that for a second. But yeah, no, so Wyoko says Happy always looks like he skated the fastest to me, which is a great one too. Shima next. I was going to say Shima as well. Then Shawn Michelson. This is who I was thinking is CJ. Joe too, but CJ, man, he is a rocket. And that's what I was talking about Sekou earlier. That's what my man Sekou was bringing up a lot, that he likes CJ the most because he is just freaking ice on a hot pan, bro. He is flying, and he makes it look good, too.
Lands like everything on the first try. It's actually insane.
Yeah, he does. He lands so much. I'm sure you guys, most of y'all have seen his Dom West video, but whew, that's a good one. We need more of those. Yeah, no, Julian Kudo for sure. CJ does always seem to be going 100 miles an hour, absolutely.
You got beer in my hair.
All right, yo. I think we got some good insight from Mariah. I do like this format. I'm gonna continue to have Mariah back, but I do want to try this format with more people, like my brother, and maybe I could get Sekou over here. I bet you he'd do it. But I think what I'm really gonna work on is honing in what videos we watch, because this was just I just looked up John Bolino skating. You can see right up here, John Bolino skate, and I just queued up the videos that were suggested. But next time I'll find somebody to react to that. I picked John Bolino for Mariah because obviously that resonates, being her favorite skater. Maybe I could do CJ Wells more with Sekou. That could be fun. And then with Caleb, honestly, it'd be fun to do Austin because he really did like By the Slice. Maybe Eugen because, like I said, showing him Concrete Circus 2, he's just blown away by it. He's like, is that dude really going to hit that whole rail? Austin, if you're still here, it was the long-ass, crazy curvy rail that you did a soul on. He was just like, is he really going to grind that whole thing? And then after that, he was like praising the music edit too. That was a good time. Yeah, Wayoko, I can make a playlist in advance. Yeah, that's usually what I do. I didn't do that for this time because Mariah got home. I was like, do you want to do a stream with me? She's like, sure.
He was not expecting that answer. He was like, wait, really?
Yeah, and you can tell by the live awful audio mixing that I'm doing. I'm gonna be horrified when I go back and listen and hear, but I have to turn her up and down manually every time she talks. Otherwise, we get the crazy echo we've been having. But I need to get her a pro mic hooked up. I just figured that the lav would work for this, and it did not. But you know, what can you do? Hey, SSJ, you just got your intuition shims, bro. Okay. What problem are you trying to solve with your thems? I would imagine. Some older sections of really fast skaters: Louis Zamora in VG14 and Brandon Campbell in Noir. Noir is something I want to watch. I want to do a Broscow section, but yeah, Brandon Campbell in Noir is freaking ridiculous. I see your cat. Yeah, we have 6. This is Minnie. She is the inspiration for my logo. Noir is so good, dude. Wyoka, you are absolutely correct. Me too. Got some black them street frames for $30 clearance. Oh, dope. My FLT3's cracked. Yeah, you told me that. Oh, Blue Arizona, bro, you came in at the wrong time. We're ending it. I appreciate you coming through. I'm glad you picked, or that you saw me upload the new version of the skate park thing. I was like, oh crap. Well, I gotta fix that. Wayoko approves. They are nearly perfect. Just want them a little snugger. Well, sweet, dude. I'm glad. A little snugger. Oh, man. Shrieking. We shrieking. Broscow and KFC 3 is another B2TW section. What does that stand for? My too old to understand. Oh, the camera died. Oh, my God. Awful timing. Can you go put this in? I love that this lady's like, you are not getting on this rail. SSJ, new skate park edit. Hey, no worries. Balls to the wall. Yeah, that's how Bolino skates. John Bolino's to the wallino. There you go. Nice. Alright, yeah, we'll get the camera back and then we'll sign out. Appreciate y'all coming through. I hope you appreciate the format. Like I said, I want to try to condense it so that it's easier for rewatching, as well as easier to garnish interaction. But there you go. Nice. Thanks, honey. Camera Director Supreme. Yeah, the June edit. Dude, yeah, the June edit was awesome. Everybody was firing up. Like, I was talking about Richards earlier. Not only was his Blender edits great, but his skating is really improved quite tremendously. Alright, that's the last video that I had queued up, too. Look at that. That really came together. Take care, all. You take care, too, Wyoko. Appreciate you coming through. Mariah's name tag ain't going away. It's just here to stay. It's just twice as long for some reason. Oh, and then it disappears. Okay, well, it's just broken. Community edit was dope. Hey, thanks, homie. Appreciate you, Rob. My family was talking about you around the dinner table. Oh, I was vibing with that Rob guy, my brother was saying. Gotta love it. Bye, everyone. See you, JJ. Tay had my favorite run, and Rich killed it. Dude, the coffin slide, right? Isn't that great? I was telling Mariah when I do my Spook Wackadoo section for the year, because I want to have like an AM section. I'm gonna do. I want to do a grind and like a switch up into a coffin slide. We'll see. You know, I feel like double negative into coffin slide might not be totally unrealistic, and that would be real great for an edit. Later, y'all. Okay, thanks for coming through. We appreciate you. Let us know in the comments or anything who you'd want us to watch next, and get some genuine reactions from outside the blade. So appreciate you. Y'all take care. Adios. Later, bladers, I guess is what I should say.